Hey everybody, it's Paul. Hey, okay, so I wanted to put out a quick, this is a series of quick hit lessons for the absolute beginner. And this is no nonsense stuff, not going to get into all the theoretical, technically kind of crazy stuff that we tend to do on these videos. So, absolute beginner, okay, from square one, okay? So, you've just gone to, or actually, you've just made a decision that your lifelong pursuit or your lifelong goal is to play harmonica, or you got one for Christmas. I don't know. You've ended up with one, or you're going to go buy one. Mostly, well, let's just start this way. If you're going to go buy one, there's a big hubbub, a lot of to do about what's the best, what should I get, blah 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 blah. Okay, these harmonicas, really diatonics anyway, fall into essentially three categories. You got plastic comb. Okay, this is a special 20, special 20s, Lee Oscars, Seidel Session Steels. There's a number of them. They're all good. All of them are very good. You got your wood comb, which is the Marine Band family, the Seidel 1847s. So on and so forth, Marine Band Deluxe. And then you have a composite type comb, which would be the Suzuki Manjis, and those kinds of harmonicas. There's a number of models. Anyway, the bottom line with that is if you're going to go out and look for a harmonica, just make sure it's an airtight model. Make sure it's airtight. It's a model that has a decent reputation, and I wouldn't say to spend any less than say like $30. Okay, so be careful, at least initially when you're buying them. Be careful who you get them from. Make sure that whoever you get them from is a good dealer, somebody that will take care of you. Any number of them. I get mine from Rock and Ron's. Ron is always good to me. He'll get it to you quick. Okay, so that over and done with that. Okay, two different types of harmonicas. There's at least for our purposes today, the diatonic, which is the 10-hole diatonic, okay, and then the chromatic, which there are a number of different types of chromatics. A chromatic is basically just a harmonica that allows you to get every note in the range. So you've got 12 notes to choose from in any given octave, okay? So you got the sharps and flats. All of the notes are present. Okay, chromatic, diatonic. For blues purposes, most people start on a diatonic. If that's what you're looking to do, is get into these little guys. These are the diatonics. Okay, so you've gotten your diatonic harmonica. Generally, best thing to do is to get a key of C. The reason we want to do that is because most of the material that's out there, instructional material, and a lot of the instructors that are out there will start you in that key. There aren't any sharps or flats in the key signature of C, and it's a nice neutral key. Okay, so you got your key of C, diatonic harmonica. Doesn't matter if it's a plastic comb, wood comb, composite comb. Okay. So you're about to start. So you get your harmonica. You're really excited. You want to go home. Now, what is it? What do I do? What do I do with this? There's two things. There's really just two things that you're going to focus on, at least at first. You've got your chords, and then you have your single notes. Single notes are more difficult, at least to start with, to get good, clean single notes. So you want to do a mix of both of these things. Now, the thing that I suggest, what I did when I first started, was between holes 4 and 7, you have your major scale. Okay, might not be easy to do that right away when you first start. So really, the bottom line is just getting a good, clean single note. Doesn't really matter where you start. So on a key of, and especially on a key of C. So what you can do is find a note on the harmonica. Just find a hole on the harmonica. In my case, I had no problem with the 4. Okay, so you're going to find your hole, the 4-hole, 1-hole. Okay, and you're going to practice blowing and drawing on that 1 hole. I know it sounds kind of funny, but That's what you want to do, at least at first. And if you get a little, see, you can hear more than one note in there. Okay, so what you want to do is make minor adjustments with your mouth in order to get that single note. Okay, pick the note, and if you hear anything else leaking in, make minor adjustments with your embouchure. Your embouchure, by the way, is the connection between your mouth, the shape that your mouth takes in relation to the harmonica. So it's the connection between you and the harp. Okay, so you got to make minor adjustments. Okay, so once you've made those minor adjustments, you're going to go ahead and practice that single note. Okay, so it's kind of one of those things. The slower you go, the faster you get there. You want to practice it nice and slow. Make sure it's nice and clean. Two very, very important things. Breathe from down here. Okay, a lot of beginners will start out like this. You hear that? It's kind of squeaky, not real sure. The note, breathe from your diaphragm down here. John Gindick he's a funny guy, man. He's one of the things that I remember he said a few years back that I heard him say was, this is the one time, playing harmonica is the one time where it's okay to show your gut. Okay, so breathe from your diaphragm. If your shoulders are going like this, or if you're, with your chest, you're not. You don't want that. So you're going to form good breathing first. Posture. That's another thing. Sit up straight. Good posture promotes good breathing. Okay, we breathe every day as human beings, but most of us, believe it or not, don't breathe properly on a regular basis. I'm one of them. Okay, so embouchure. Make sure that at least at first this may be a little bit more difficult. Okay, and there's a lot of material out there about this topic. Right now, what you're doing is you're concentrating on getting a good, clean single note, right? But what you want to do is you want to take a look at your embouchure. A good, deep embouchure. Make sure that the harmonica is in your mouth. You see how my lip is almost covering the top of the cover plate. That's ultimately what you want, is a good, deep connection. Okay? Okay, so remember, I'm not doing technical stuff here. We're not getting deep into this. This is a quick hit kind of thing. So we've got embouchure, we've got breathing, we've got posture, we've figured out which harp we want, right? Which key. Eventually what will happen is when you buy more harps, you're going to want, there's several standard keys. The C, you got your C. I would get the A next. So you got a C, A, then a D, and then a B flat, and then an F. Okay. And G. Don't forget your key of G. That's very, very important. So those are the keys that you're generally going to want to get after you kind of get into this a little bit. It's not necessary to do it right away when you first start. Okay. I ran around with the key of C for a long, long time. Okay. So we've got all of that taken care of, right? Now it's we're working on our clean notes, and we've got chords. Okay, so what I'm doing, you can draw on the 1, 2, and 3, and then you can even add the 4. Okay, so you get the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pick it up, pick up the harmonica, and just practice doing that a little bit. Now, don't do this for too long because you're going to get dizzy. Believe me, it's like any other wind instrument. The more you do this, you'll get used to it. But at first, at least, it might be a little daunting. Okay, so we are gonna work on our clean notes. We're gonna work on our chords at first. So all I'm doing is I'm inhale and out. Okay, so hopefully this kind of helped you figure out at least what you're going to do the first day. Okay. Oh, here's another thing, and I'm just going to plant this in early. One of the things that really bothers me, this being a harmonica, the harmonica is a joyous instrument. It's a fun instrument, and some of us can tend to take it way too seriously. It's a serious instrument. And I think there's a kind of a tendency to overcompensate maybe a little bit with some people because they want to be recognized as real musicians and blah, 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 blah. You get on some of these, the big suggestion, one big suggestion I have for a new person, as somebody starting out, get on YouTube, look at your videos, look at Adam Gussel, look at John Gindick, Ronnie Shellist, Jason Ritchie, all of these guys. That's the top 4 right there that I remember watching. Oh, Harmonica, bluesharmonica.com, David Barrett, just all these different things. Oh, another thing. One question that I had when I first started was, what's the deal with tongue blocking? I don't understand what tongue blocking is. Okay, so there's 2 different types of embouchure. Okay, you get your tongue blocking, and then you have tongue blocking, and you have pucker or lip pursing. There's any number of ways to put it, I guess. Pucker or lip purse. Okay, that's tongue blocking means that you're playing everything with your tongue on the comb. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you can do any number of things. I'm not going to get into that. I did a video on it. You can look that up. There's a bunch of information about that. And pucker playing means, okay, so you're just puckering. Okay, and you're playing that way. Okay, so okay, big debate about which is better. I would suggest you learn both. Find what's comfortable for you first, practice that, and then you can worry about the other later. Okay, what I started to say was this. If you get on some of the forums, I'm not going to name any of these forums. You can find out who they are or what they are. There's a lot of great information on there. But my suggestion to you is that you stay away from negativity. There's negativity on there. There's a lot of, you'll find that people have attitudes about certain things. They have opinions about certain things. And people can tend to get wrapped up in that crap. I don't even go on those damn things. The reason I don't is because I don't want to be subject to that. This is a fun instrument. We don't want to take the fun away. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's a great little thing. Take it with you, If you're just beginning, welcome to the group. Enjoy the harmonica. And if you have any questions or concerns, comments, whatever, you can post them here. I'm going to put out another video here next. Okay? All right, guys and gals. Take care. Have a good one, okay? See ya.